Those of you that have experienced war, you know how difficult, how bad, how awful. You know, nobody else does. The only thing that our Constitution and the Bill of Rights guarantees, the only thing, is that this country will keep you free and keep you strong. Keep this country strong. That is the challenge of America and Americans today. As veterans, I pray that you will take an active part. Talk to your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. Make sure that we don't erode from within, that we don't lose this country because we give up. This thing of freedom is worth everything that you did, every shot that you took, every concussion that you received, every death that you saw. Our freedom is worth all that. And that's the way we have to continue. We can't stop. We can't believe that somebody else is going to fight our battles. They aren't. As I go all over this country, I tell you, the fundamentalists, the Muslim fundamentalists, are strong, and they're doing the same thing they're doing in America, they're doing all over this country. In France, 20-some% of all the population is Muslim and growing. Now, that doesn't mean that all the Muslims are bad. They aren't. But the fundamentalists, they have a different timetable. They have a different Korean. They have a different purpose. We must guard against that in America. I want to go back to why we're here today. On November the 11th, 1918, 90 years ago, World War I ended. It was called the Great War, the war to stop all wars. And when it occurred, it was the biggest war that had ever been fought. We entered the war, which had begun in Europe in 1914. We entered the war on April 6, 1917. America assembled a military of 4,700,000 troops, and the American Expeditionary Force was led by General Blackjack Pershing. Many of the World War II veterans, you that are here today, you'll remember that your father told you about their war in France. And names like the Meuse Argonne and the Chateau Tenir and the Marne, they were places where American valor had made the difference and where Americans spilled their blood. A generation later, during World War II, the sons of the World War I veterans fought in some of the same places where their fathers had fought. They too made the difference, and they spilled their blood in their drive for victory over another crazy man who wanted to rule the world his way. And he almost did. We lost 116,708 Americans in World War I. 53,500 were killed in action, and many others died in the flu epidemic that swept the world. More than 200,000 were wounded. It was not as bloody as our Civil War, when 620,000 Americans died and hundreds of thousands were wounded. I believe that we only have one veteran of World War I still alive today. His name is Frank Buckles. He's 107 years old, and we wish him only happiness in his remaining days. These anniversaries remind us that we are a nation of rich in heritage. We're rich in honor. That's what your parents taught you. We need to teach our children and our grandchildren the same. And we need to teach them how to have courage and believe in ourselves and our country and have valor. And yes, this country has had a history and a heritage of tragedy. Today, our American servicemen and women are carrying on the American tradition that began in 1776. When the nation is in peril, our freedom is threatened. It's those times that the ordinary citizens in America have stepped up and they have defended our freedom. Let us be aware that we must prepare for our future. On this day, when we remember, and those who have served their country deserve to be remembered. May God bless the veterans who came before us, and let us pray that our living God protect and give comfort to those Americans who now keep us safe and free. To our veterans and their families, may God bless you. Each and every one of you, may God bless you. Be proud that you are American. Be proud that you served your country. I think the worst thing that the Congress of the United States ever did was to repeal the draft. Not because we needed the soldiers and sailors and Marines by way of drafts, and the Air Force, and the Coast Guard. But it was the only way that we could allow our children to give back something to their country. It gave them an opportunity to serve their country. It gave them an opportunity to understand what the people that are here represent and what they give to our country. Be proud that you are an American. We have an awful lot of Americans who have bought and paid for that right. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to share this day with you. You made my day. God bless you.